What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel, online www.whatsupinthesky.com. This is a great one. Curiosity Rover. I was going to do my awesome moon one tonight, but this picture came across my email and I saw it on Mars Images last night and I had to do it. I was like, this one's the next one. Can't deny it. This thing was just too cool. Hopefully if you're watching, if you're looking and you watch my videos a lot, you're already taking very close attention to what's going on. Now let me back out, give you a little kind of a scaling here. This is the mass cam shot, which is pretty high up off the ground. And the person who sent it to me sent it for this anomaly down here, which is even just as amazing as the rest ones we're going to find here. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me show you, because I always do this. Is why I started my channel, just to I give people the links to the pictures. Right there's the link. Don't worry about it. If you want to see the picture, click down below. It's down there. We're sitting there waiting. Now, a lot of people say to me that there is a small race of people living on Mars. Now, I'm not sure about that, or maybe that's what was. Maybe they had all sorts of them there before the cataclysm. But some of this stuff, I must say, I'd have to agree with a couple of them, are just so tiny. But as always, this place was thrashed with fragments. It looks like a typical bombing site. My buddy Andrew Curry just put out a really neat, I think it was him who sent it. It wasn't really neat, but it showed an earthquake ravaged city, and it looks just like some of the rubble we're finding here. But what in the world is this thing? The shadows are pretty much all facing, let's see, check this. There's something standing right here. It looks like a little totem. Um, but whatever's making these either shadows or part of it, it could be part of it. Here's how it looks like. Let's lighten it up a little bit. And then here's what it looks like directly from NASA. I mean, sometimes without even the color balance, it looks just as good. Check that thing out. What in the world? Okay, so as we move on in, look at this little thing right there. I thought this was cool. It's standing upright and it looks to be holding a shield, and that looks like some toy I've had when I was a child. Of course, I see what I see. You see what you see. Basically, I'm just, equating it to what I've seen on Earth. But interesting stuff over here. Another S sign. I try to be careful with, like I said, the artifacts or any JPEG artifacts that are left in these, because these are 70% save files. They're not 100% like the 8-bit 6-month-old ones we get at the PDS, which I'm not complaining, but NASA gets 6 months to have the scientific version of these. Once again, an S right out there on top of it. And wait till you see up here at the top where we've got some triangle like stones laid out. It's very interesting. That's a pretty cool thing just sticking out of there, different color. Okay, so let's take a look at this piece right here. We've got a whole different I got a whole different aspect looking at it this way. Check this out. See how it's got like a top to it? But each top has a little rounded piece on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one seems to be broken off, but it kind of follows pattern there. And as you back up, this does as well too. And this one comes to a point. Not sure whatever, like I said, we're peering at Mars, I can't tell you. Now, let me ask you this. If I were to tell you right now this was Earth, would you believe me? Or if I said, hey, I found this out back, I've got, out in the desert where I live, there's some neat stuff, and I think I found the remnants of a culture that's down in this cave, and they're down near these caverns, or, we have lots of caverns right here, are down in just basically a crater that's right around the corner, and nobody's ever noticed. It's, trees were everywhere, and they took it all out and in the sand laid this. I'm sure you probably would think, all right, archaeologists, let's see what's going on. What is this stuff? Picking this thing up. This looks to be like a statue of something just sitting there. It could be just a regular rock, but it's got totally different color to it. Hopefully I'm not making people sick moving in and out. But let's get back to this piece, because there's a lot of interesting stuff going on right here. And hopefully it looks huge on my screen because I've got the 27-inch iMac here, which has got the 4K screen on it. So I always have to remember, just because it's really, really blurry on mine, on the cell phones, they look pretty good, and regular phones. Okay, it looks like we've got a starting something here. Now, this looks like eyes and a nose and a mouth. Drop that aside either way, because faces we see. I don't want this to be pareidoil or whatever. So it's got a straight line coming down it. What looks like rib pieces coming off the side. When I say rib, this looks kind of almost more mechanical to me, because you got circles in them, circles here. You've got next laying next to it looks like like projectiles and pieces of it, that would have fallen off. Like over here, see how this has got this piece down? It looks like this may have been a probe or something at one point. But here, look how it comes up over and around the top. Like it's just bent. Like you would have metal here. Not too hard to, for me, it's not too hard to picture. I've already realized, like, I've seen enough to know that Mars is filled with artifacts. Check this piece out right here. This is cool. It's got a perfect circle base. Of course, it's on its side, and it's got a little a knob on the top, is all I can say, and it's not falling off, so it's connected to it. Pretty neat. Another piece here where it's opened up. So whatever, if this is a rock or a lava rock or something, it's opened up. There's what looks to be spherical pieces in it. And I mean, this is the road. We're pretty close here. You know what I mean? This isn't stuff that's way off in the distance. We're talking. So I mean, we're getting a good shot at it. All right, now look. Let's check this out because I didn't see this one before. We've got a piece coming up. Very triangular, and then you get something like this with these colors. Like right here there's one, and right here it's like brownish. It's got a shadow. Are they vegetation maybe? Let's see what it looks like back in the scale that comes from NASA. See, I swear I call it the butterscotch puke. It's like it's always on there no matter what, the same color pops up. Look at that. Now a little piece out there. It's got a perfect piece, like a perfect flat top, two spherical things, a line coming across it. And this right here looked to be like it was some sort of block or some sort of wall protection. But look, it almost has like a modern day symbol in it, or some sort of petroglyph or hieroglyph. Looks like a field goal post here in the United States football. Um, so I hope you guys are getting excited about this one as I am. Let's say this is one you're going to want to go grab, and definitely want to go to whatsupinthesky.com and grab the enhancements. I did the enhancements last night just because I was like, man, this thing's got to get done tomorrow, and I'm swamped with work right now. So tomorrow I'll be on the road all day, so I had to get this out before I went to bed. Check this thing out. It's right under that piece. It's just too cool. And then let's go take a gander at some of this over here, and then go look down at that other. Look at this. We've got a red tipped. All I can say is project. Looks like a sphere type something, but not, because it's kind of opened up in the back. But look at the shadow of it sitting up top here. Pretty cool. God, it's just interesting to me. I get to always get somebody who says, "Oh, you're wasting your time." This is just a hobby of mine. I've been able to make my hobby of mine hobbies of other people's too. I mean, it's fun. I sit here and I try and talk to you guys like we're having a conversation. And I hope that's why so many of you do come back and dig it. And I could have the fireplace on right now, and be kicking it for you guys, but I'm thinking Mars is good enough for tonight. What do you guys think? And I'm about to let you guys get rocking and rolling because you're going to want to download this yourself. But check, like I said, look at the patterns on that one. And who knows. Could just be rocks, could be oh yeah, let me show you the patterns to this stuff too. This was also something kind of threw me off. So I should have like a little checklist on somewhere on one of these monitors since I have a bunch of them. This looks like some sort of dinosaur skull or some sort of reptile skull. I just saying that because it kind of does, just kind of sitting there like it's looking out this way. Here's its teeth jawline. Here's the typical NASA blur that we get out of nowhere. And look at that piece right here. This is kind of interesting. It looks like a little it actually looks like two figurines on a platform. And who am I to say how big or small Martians were, or whatever humans? I think everything I've seen shows traits like we do here on Earth. So I definitely think that our past has intervened at some time, and not just on these planets, most likely other ones. Oh, here's the stuff over here. Okay, here we go. Of course, this piece right here I should have showed you right away. It's got a circle here, or like a piece here, and let's get close on it so you can see it. It's squared off with a little circle, a little knob. It's got stuff, and this, the shape of it just in general is awkward. Even if you say, okay, the rest could be JPEG artifacts, that's fine. I can take that. But the shape of it just coming out of a hill on, a barren planet, the I think that with I think we've proved it by now. It's like I want to try to start figuring out how to get this out to the public more. How do we do this? How do we make this stuff go viral? I make these longer videos, but I also can make the smaller ones. Um, we could get a campaign together. It's time. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start doing maybe a little bit of a live show every once in a while. If you made it this far in the video, you are awesome. So, but check this out. This is not, looks like he's holding another goalpost, but look how interesting that is. Circle, 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 up and down. It looks like it's tied together. And these look like two beings, like two statues or two mummified beings. It says whatever they've got here, it looks like a cauldron or glass, and it has another two spheres on it. What is it with this place in spheres? But what an area. This is right where the rover's at now. We knew once it hit that water line and they started rolling up and through these little crevices and stuff, it was going to get interesting. Look at this. Kind of looks like it comes right off the side of a building. Art still in it. See where we're going to find that stuff. Maybe this wasn't in the water for that long. Maybe it just brushed through and we're just looking at just how it was preserved after it was smashed to bits. Beautiful. Whatever this is, but whatever it is, it's got geometry in it. All right, I think that's about it. There were some track pieces on here that I thought were cool, but this flattened out, comes up. Look at that cut out. That's pretty cool. And then see how it's also got little pieces cut into it. And then you've got, once again, if you watch my video, these blurred out squares. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that's a big lot right there. And it breaks it up in the picture. So you don't get to see it. And when the 8-bit lossless one comes out, I'll take another look at it because sometimes that one actually looks clear. So we've been able to find, Todd from the website and I have found all sorts of good ones that we did 2, 3 years ago that are now sitting back there in full res. I could go through this one forever. Just look at how the pieces come together. It does not look like rock strata to me. Like I said, this looks like just ruin, just straight ruins of something that was destroyed. Let's check that little guy podium out. We know that's in here because you see the little shadow next to him. And let's go back. I know he's around here somewhere. Whatever in the world this thing is. We're going to make it big on the screen. Comment below, guys. Let me know what you think it is. I just thought it was too cool. It's got, like I said, it's got to be some sort of made art. It's artifact, something. It's got pieces. It looks like it's got tubes throughout it. I don't know, guy. I don't even know what to name this video. All right. Much love to you. Today's probably Friday if you're watching this. If you're watching another day, hope you're having a nice weekend, nice day, beautiful time. Much love.